evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is that time again. We are back here with the Elite League RRF1. We are literally smack bang in the middle of the season. We are here at the German Grand Prix. 34 laps of absolute untold mayhem, average lap time of about 1 minute 15 for the top guys here today. And joining me today, I believe he was having a bit of computer issues, hopefully he's back with us now. It is Beer and Kebab, the racing guru. Beer.
Well, hello there. Yes, PK the Xbox, Beer and Kebab, the racing guru, and welcome to Sunday night with a fucked computer. Yes.
What is the problem with it, by the way? That's
Got
what gets kickstarted with the technical talk.
The graphics problem.
Standard, typical problem there. We have got 15 drivers here today, ladies and gentlemen. A couple of guys are off doing a charity event, but we do have 15 drivers here. Psych, AJ, Smoke, Cookie, Bingley, Sniper, Haynes. I've lost my train of thought. The two Haas of Max and Bravo. We've got a lovely Colt back actually there after a week break. Towley, Benny, Robbo, Matt and Skillen. I'm not sure if Skillen's managed to get back into the lobby yet, so we're currently I think sitting on 14 drivers. We've literally just skipped the whole of Q1 because there's absolutely fucking no point in doing that bloody stream anyway. Psych is here, and the first one out on track though. Obviously, me and you have had varying success levels of this track this weekend. If you are, of course, with us now, mate, give us your thoughts and let us know the basis of the German Grand Prix.
Well, my basic thoughts about Germany is it fucking sucks.
Oh dear. To give you guys a bit of an insight on Beer's weekend, started off getting... Oh shit. Well, Beer, your audio's fine. I've just heard you say it sucks on a tablet, which is quite an unbelievable start to the night. But yeah, your race, obviously commentated on my channel Thursday, and humble plug, was, let's face it, a shit show. Absolute fucking shit show.
None of my own calls in either. Yeah, it was actually a disaster, folks. You know, but hey ho, what can you do? I did actually have planned a special Angry Beer Rage, but I just thought, what's the point? I'm wasting my breath.
Bring it.
Cody's don't listen, do they? Because they're the biggest bunch of anal-dwelling butt monkey developers I've ever had the mispleasure of buying games from in the past. That's my thoughts on Codemasters. They need to get this game sorted. Esports ready, more like e-buy gum ready, I'll tell you. Anyway.
E-buy gum, yeah. Get the fuck out of here, innit, basically. Snake Zany, of course, Beer, as we have both critiqued him over the last few weeks. I'd say, my opinion, the most improved driver of the day last week. Psych obviously is now part of what I would consider to be a big four in this league. You got your Robbo, your Bingley, Towley, and of course Psych. These have been the top four pretty much the whole way through since I'd say about race 7 or 8. They've been literally battling four wide at one stage. But obviously there are more drivers, the likes of Haynes, who didn't really have a very eventful Britain.
Well, he actually had both him and who else was it? Benny actually had solid starts at the British Grand Prix. They were on the pace, but unfortunately things happened during the race which caused them to go rapidly down the order. So, of course, obviously some controversy regarding the penalties. I'm not going to get into that. I have my own views. Personally, I thought, you know, as I mentioned on our Facebook page, I should have my crash reviewed by the stewards, and I think I should be given 25 points, just for peace of mind, for the amount of phone calls I made, for the letters I had to write, and also for the mental duress. I think 25 points is a small price to pay for a quiet life for the administrators. What are your thoughts, viewers? Anyways, now, joking aside, it's interesting actually.
In the comments.
AJ and Haynes have actually decided to go out in the ultras for the first. That's an unusual step in Q2. Of course, the times you set your fastest lap in Q2, that's the times you start your race. Personally, I wouldn't have thought these guys would have actually touched ultras with the syphilitic barge pole, quite frankly. So I'm surprised. I'm surprised.
Unless it's kind of really just kind of going out on a banker lap. But I know that Haynes actually did his time with full ERS. These times are really incomparable, as obviously we're hitting 13s on mediums.
Yeah. The only problem we got
Jesus
though
Christ.
is that what happens if they do set a bank collapse and then they can't match that pace on the softs or the mediums? They're kind of knackered then. This could be very interesting.
I'll tell you what, mate.
It's
going to throw up a little bit of a curveball. A real curveball for these guys. Obviously, at the moment, I think we've got Matt on top. Jesus Christ, good luck there, Matt there. Go on, sorry.
At the moment, I mean, as long as it's a dry race, it's a straight one-stopper. No ifs, no buts. One stop, job done.
It is a cookie chip a second quicker than anybody.
On the mediums as well, yeah.
What a lap by Cookie. That was pretty much the pole time that we had.
Yeah, it's quite noticeable actually how many are going for the medium soft strategy already. Only 3 guys at the moment actually going out on softs. That's Sniper, Towley has got soft set at the moment. He might change that, and Benny has also got softs set in the pits, because they might change that by the time they come back on track. But it's interesting
to see
actually.
what AJ's going to do here, mate. Literally on board with AJ, and he is pitting
and Haynes. Yeah. I mean, he hasn't set a time. Haynes has set a time. I mean, 1:14.4 in ultras is a bank lap. To be fair, I mean that's just literally get a feel of the brake. If you can't go faster than that on a harder compound, I'll be very surprised, because that's a slow time. So I think he's just literally gone out for a lap.
I think your pole time, Bear, wasn't it? Even F3's pole time. Sorry to say it in that respect, even F3, but F3's pole time was mid-12. I think it was a mid to low 12, so you kind of expected these guys to be probably poaching on low 11s, you'd imagine at least.
Well, I mean, for Big Harry Jock, who's posting on the chat, welcome Jock, by the way. Do you hear what Paul said there? Even F3 drivers, these guys in the F2, the F2 pretender wannabes and the F1 elite egos, they think they're better than us. It's about time we put these whippersnappers in their place and show them who's really the boss. So it certainly ain't them.
And ironically, that leads me into a really shameless plug. Because we're having a week off, we're going to launch something which we did in SF1. I managed to run it, and it was unbelievably successful. We're going to reopen a 1v1 little league here. So I believe we've got 28 people registered so far. So keep your eyes peeled over the next 24 hours, folks. And Lovely Cotter's retired from session. That's
strange.
I'm not sure if it's a crash or not. It may be a crash actually.
Race directory, have a look.
Yeah,
you crack on. I'll have a look. It just says DNF.
Yep, 1v1 tournament, guys. Launching Monday or Tuesday. So
terminal damage. Terminal damage.
So he has blown up.
Yeah.
He has blown up. Where though? Oh, Jesus Christ! That flicked me over to Benny really quickly there. Skill and Curly in the pits.
Dear, we've got Haynes has spun there totally. Oh dear. On the ultras as well. He spun his car. What is playing out in sector 3? Did a full 360.
Literally missed the spin and come on during the most boring part of the fucking spin, just when he's sitting on the curb waiting to fucking. But he's still going round.
But he's staying on out. That doesn't make sense, because he's got about half a ton of manure, and German manure, believe me, is bad stuff, on his tyres. Man.
Bizarre at the best of times, unless he's just kind of mucking around, I don't know, but Haynes has been one of the better drivers. Benny goes top of the 112.4, of course it is, on the soft compound tyre, 34 laps as you mentioned, Bear. Obviously, unfortunately, you've not had the luxury to do that, Bear, based on absolute catastrophe. I was lucky enough to manage to do that yesterday, on Friday, on the F2 race. Oh, by the way, CSR, this is a bit of a funny story. Lap 34, first corner, last lap, binned it. Straight at the wall, wheel off. Fuck's sake.
Well, I had the same experience as CSR, of course, the partner league. Lap 1 against some Force India, but Monkey decided to take an excursion off track and come back on and collect me, and that was my race pretty much done. Interesting from the chat there, Syke Zany. I think I can get a good result. Just need to stop mowing the grass. Actually, what you need to stop doing is actually streaming whilst you're racing, concentrate on the bloody race, and get off the chat. That's what you need to do.
Or just leave the stream on the background just to keep my views up, you know what I mean? Fuck it, why not? Just put your phone over the other side of the room.
Dragoon's better other half is on, saying, I think to start a race fighting, it needs to be said, Dragoon. Are you talking about fighting? Is that what, Saturday night when he comes over from the pub or something? Or is this like, I know he likes to drink.
S&M.
It needs to be S&M, yeah. Okay.
Oh, softs and mediums. I thought it was like sadomasochism. Oops.
That's what I was thinking about, like, you know, S&M.
It's like, why the fuck is he putting S&M?
Yeah. Well, then again,
she
did say, was it? She said last week he loves it when it's wet or something. I can't remember exactly what was said in the chat last week. Yeah, it's pretty damn rude if you ask me. Anyway,
it was
not the sort
like
of
a
thing
softcore porn that Thursday stream. Fucking crazy. We've got a track.
Well, anyways,
3 guys on outlaps here a bit. Back on the topic, we've got a sniper.
We've got half a second. We're currently covering the top 6 at the moment. It's damn tight up there, actually, to be fair. The quickest of the medium runners so far is Smoke Space on a 1:13.8. So a lot of guys have switched over strategies. They were looking to run the mediums. They've now popped out on the softs, do an outlap. Psych's only done an outlap, by the way, now, if you want to jump on board a Psych.
Just with Bravo at the moment. I think he's the one for this round. I think. Don't quote me on that one. Yes, he is. We've got Bravo, Robbo, then Psych, I believe, Beer, if I'm correct in that one.
I have no idea. I'm just here for the tea and biscuits.
Fucking standard, mate. So Bravo had himself pretty much a redemption race. Obviously, I know, Beer, we've been doing this about 4 weeks together now, and Haas, other than last week, were absolutely terrible. Obviously, the low point in the season for them was France, where they both finished, I think it was 12th and 13th. Absolutely abysmal form, but managing to pull it around. Obviously, the controversial penalty managed to, well, not that one, but a penalty given to Haynes, of course, moved it from 6th to 8th, which obviously promoted the 2 Haas drivers. So obviously, those 2 guys won't be complaining. A couple of extra points.
Psyche is actually, I think, the lead car now. Look a minute.
Is there any time on there?
Johnny Bright.
3:18.
Right.
We'll wait and see. This game, like I said, it should just stay outlap until they cross the fucking line. It's so much bloody easier, isn't it?
Sykes on a quick one
It's
at the
Johnny.
moment. Jay Page
Bravo
says it is soft to mediums, you pair of clowns. I do believe you meant sadomasochism. I'm sorry, but I'm going to stick to my guns on this one. Yeah.
I am, mate. Fucking pervert. Bravo comes across the line, and here we go. We're in the 11s, Beer, and it's only Q2. Oh boy, this is going to get much quicker. 1:11.9 for Robbo, setting the early benchmark. And his championship rival, new championship leader, of course, Towley, coming across the line with an immediate fight back with a 1:11.7. 2 huge body blows thrown by the top 2 guys.
Bish bash bosh, have some of that. No, I'm going to hit that even harder and go quicker myself, says Towley. Well, there you go. Yeah, I'm just seeing what Psych does here. Actually, he comes in towards the stadium complex.
The one thing,
3 corners to
from a
go.
more serious perspective, that's a wide berth there from Psych there, possibly costing him a little bit of time. Well, it will cost him a little bit of time. The one thing Psych needs to do, if he's going to really, really challenge the top guns, is work on the penalties.
Yeah,
that's his one weakness.
Yeah, he blew that lap completely away there. 1:16.3. That's like F5000 standard, I reckon. But he's going again anyway. But looking at the times, the cut-off, 1:13.
Get the job
done. I'd say about 1. Yeah, I think Sykes actually going for another lap because he is on the cusp. But it sounds crazy. He's in for 6, but I reckon about a 1:12.7 is about the cut-off point.
Yep, which is scary, isn't it? This is for top 10 to get a 1:12.7. I think, goodness gracious me, so a cut-off is a pole in a lower league. That includes ours as well.
Just watching Bingley at the moment, coming into Sector 3 in the prancing horse, whatever you call it.
Looking very, very smooth.
I call it a car myself.
For a little bit. Why think I'm fucking prancing horse? Yeah. Jesus.
He's got 2 corners to go. Let's watch him come around, see what he can do. Looks pretty lively time.
Very smooth. Very, very smooth there from Bingley.
It's 1:12.1. Yeah, that should be safe. He should be safe with that.
Johnny Bravo. What's a lap by Bravo?
Yeah. Cookie's out in Sector 1. Sykes going to get hit. What can Psych do? 1:12.0.
12.0.
That's comfortable. Good time. Only 2 tenths off.
You would imagine.
Only 2 tenths off Towley, so he'll be quite comfortable with that. Of course, bearing in mind that he has used an extra lap on these tyres. I noticed that Sniper's got 4 laps next to his name in tenths, but I do believe that's 2 stints he's done.
Yep.
Not 4 laps on 1 set of tyres.
I think he's done 1 on this stint. 1 on this stint.
Which stint did he set the fastest lap on, though? That's the question.
That's what I mean. Is it on this one or the last one?
Age is on a hot up at the moment, just on Sector 1, 16.3. That's not that great, to be fair.
No, we'll need to kind of improve on that. AJ, it's his anniversary today, 18 years he's been with his partner. So, congratulations, mate. And he's hoping for a bloody good result here. He's probably going to get killed after this race.
Yeah, Murder's getting less of a sentence than that, it has to be said.
Literally, Matt moves himself. Fucking hell, poor guy. Matt moves himself.
Congratulations, Mrs. AJ and Mr. AJ.
Shell felt there for a pair of them. Smoke Spaceman
you've
coming
done
round.
well. To the Max has retired the car.
That's risky.
It should be okay. I think he'll be okay there. I'm just looking at Smokes.
Okay, love. A 120.4, and that's him done. He's in the pits. He's not getting back out.
Yeah,
Be love.
Right, it's Haynes with Smoke Space. Right, Smoke Space in Sector 2. I want to see what Smoke Space does here, because he could. Things of type of session here. Yeah, 112.
Yeah, AJ's invalidated. I'm sure AJ would invalidate at that time.
Doesn't say though. Doesn't say on the bloody screen, does it? If they're invalidated or not.
It bloody
the race directory, so you can't be bothered to do.
Haynes
right, here
done.
comes. What's Smoke Space doing then? Sector 2. Just going towards the end
Snipers
of Sector 2.
Coming into the pits.
That's a
There's
sniper's.
a big gap between first and 10th this time. Cookie chip, mate. Cookie chip on the way around. Can Cookie get himself more comfortably in to the top? Oh my god, he's gone second. 1:11.8.
Whoa!
Cookie chip finally showing true pace.
Smoke Space is retired in the session. I think pretty much Skillen's out. Haynes, what's Haynes doing?
Just AJ.
Haynes is just bimbling around at the moment.
He's on. Yeah, he's on a 0 ERS. He's going to be doing.
think
He's moved out the way of AJ as well, so that's definitely.
I think we're set. But AJ needs to just try and get that 113
so it's AJ versus Sniper.
Mm-hmm.
AJ versus Sniper for 10th, or to get in. Benny just about sneaking in. No, AJ, he's out.
Oh, he's been. Oh, and he's hit the wall as well.
Well, that's not really the.
Well, I think the concrete Ballard needs a new set of tyres, new set of fresh tyres after the contact there from AJ. Blimey. Right, so I think we're done then.
AJ.
I think we are done in Q2.
And shout out to Sniper AJB, his first Q3 in RRF1. Well done, fella.
Well done.
Unbelievable drive, but of course, you've got to look at it from the other side here, Beer. Lovely Colt, of course, did have terminal damage. He most likely could have gone a little bit quicker. We do have 5 people eliminated. Colt in 11th as we collect our weekly XP for commentating. Thank you so much, Codys. One thing you can do, right? And also as well, so we have got Sniper AJ surviving. Lovely Colt. Smoke Spaceman Haynes, who went out on the Ultras, ironically, but of course, as he was outside the top 10, he is able to start whatever the bloody Altaria wants.
The interesting thing is, I thought they would have been. I thought they'd have been swapping strategies in the top 10. They're all on the softs, I believe, apart from perhaps one driver. But I'm pretty sure most of them are on the softs starting the race.
Yeah, they're on softs.
I find that surprising.
11th place on mediums.
Interesting.
We have got 10 people watching us here today, Beer. 10 people, which means that's 10 donations. Yes, we are getting rich, motherfuckers. But no, just want to give a few shout-outs to people watching. Who are we on here? Obviously, me and Beer are watching, so shout-out to us too, obviously. Big Hairy Jock, PTR, Pete's watching.
Hello, Pete. Yeah. Mellish is watching.
We got Mellish on board. Joe B. Essen. That's a new name, Beer. I've not seen him watch any of my streams before. Thank you very much for watching, mate. Drop us a follow if you can.
We got Banana Nan. He watches me quite a bit. Nice to see you, whoever you are. Welcome.
I want to meet that guy.
Commander
He's got one of the best
Pete,
Twitch usernames ever.
Jobby Essen message. We got your chat bot.
Why have I got a chat bot? Why are my chat bots even showing up?
Because you're trying to artificially increase your viewer count. You've been rumbled, positively glad. You've been rumbled.
Oh fucking hell! I wish I could, mate. I wish I could. I'd be on fucking. Mate, if I could do my views, I'd be on 75 views at average. Trust me, I would be fixing myself up to get properly paid for this shit. But anyway, we are here live and in colour at the German Grand Prix round 11. This is the final week before our 1 week mid-season break, ladies and gentlemen. We have of course got a classic event next week.
And we got
it's kind of more optional for people to jump in, but you know, it's there and designed just to keep everyone busy. Let's have a little look who's here.
Got
What's happening, Pete?
ex Abassi and the shout tally for the win. Well, you would say that because I believe you're his brother.
Oh, is he?
I think so, yeah.
Well, if you turned around and said Robbo for the win, that would be a little bit of a controversial dinner table chat, wouldn't it? But...
Yeah, do you know what? If that's the case, I'd actually be messaging Towley now, like, you know, I'd be actually, you got to see this, mate, you know.
Yeah, Tom. Your next PUBG game, mate, isn't going to be the usual friendly shoot 'em up. Pete, everything is all good, mate. We are, of course, representing RRF1, myself and Beer and Kebab, the racing guru. We are reunited 4th week out of 5, I believe, because I did one solo one as well when you were away with Family Beer, of course, if you remember that.
Unfortunately, yes. Unfortunately, yes, I do remember. Traumatic experience, yes, indeed. But there we go. Right, I'm going to go for looking at poll. I'm normally we go for the normal two. You go Robbo Towley. I'm going to stick my neck out. I'm going to go for Sykes Aney.
It's a tricky one, isn't it?
It's Sykes Aney for poll tonight.
You're going for Syke. Well, he did do it. Back in Austria, he did get his first pole position, of course. Yeah. It's almost one of the most frustrating things predicting pole position in this fucking league, isn't it, to be fair? Because there's realistically 4 people who could really get it. Do you know what? Do you want me to really throw a spanner in the works?
You're going to say
Cookie.
Yeah.
Cookie, I am.
On the strength of that cute. Well, I think it was Austria again. He was very quick in the early stages of qualifying, if I remember rightly.
And then just faded off.
That's Panda the Ox there. If you can find Rob for the win. Okay, yep. That's one. So we got one in the chat there for Rob. Tally, sub 111. That's going to take some beating. It's like it's only all just 2/10 off. 111.1 to the max. 111.1. Cookie 111.1. Wow, it's getting close already. Pete's going for Bingley. Yeah, Bingley's Mr. Consistent at the moment, it must be said.
Back there with 11.2.
This is close times here already.
In this field.
Yeah. Also, these guys are going to be going for 2 stints on these tyres.
I think they would have saved an extra one, wouldn't they? Benny!
Where
the fuck did that come from?
Well, he was. Don't forget, he was quick in Britain last year. Last week.
He did get second, didn't he?
He was quick in Britain. You know, so. But I mean, look at the times there. Bang on a half a second in covering the top 8 so far. Some very close times there.
It's fucking insane, isn't it?
Between Syke, Cookie, and to the max, we're looking at 6/100ths of a second, covering those 3 drivers at the moment. That's how close it is.
This league is in probably its closest proximity I think we've ever been in F2.
I would actually say, I just want to say something about this particular division. I firmly believe, and I'm not blowing smoke up anyone's arsehole here, I think this is the best division within a league I've ever seen. For the pace, for the quality of driving. I've looked at AOR, I looked at the XRL days, all the other league, the big hitters. This, I really do believe, is the best. We've got some real big names in this. Even Mustafa Shag, when he came back, said, you've got some big names in this league. He was absolutely right. Yeah. Your AJs, your Robbos, your Towleys, to the max. These are guys that are well known throughout the world of E-Formula.
Racing.
E-Formula 1.
Yeah. E-Sim Racing.
I was going to say esports, but that'd be doing Cody's a massive favour that they don't deserve, because this game is not esports ready. E-by gum ready, but not esports. But no, those guys are real big hitters in F1. They're well known, well respected, and they're with RRF1. So anyone who's not seen us before, have a look at what's going to be on offer tonight, and come and join us. Because it really is the new place to be in racing, where all the big guys want to come and race. And I'm not just saying that, that's
We've
the
been
truth.
in many leagues, Bear, haven't we? No, exactly. Yeah. I was going to second that as we're watching Bingley on his outlap here. Sniper AJ 111.8. To be fair, Sniper's not usually in this elite company. Good effort by Sniper, literally only half a second off the top guns. What an effort by Sniper AJ to get here in the first place. But no, I will actually agree with you. And this, as Beer said, it's not, well, he said blow and smoke, I say it in kiss and arse. We both mean the same fucking thing anyway. But this league is literally, like, we set this up on a whim, because, you know, just because we wanted to. All of a sudden, like, but I've been, what was it, WOR, RRL, you know, SF1, ESR, Beer, going back to you, DRL, what was the original one you were in, before DRL, what was it called? WF1. What was the one before that? There was another one, wasn't there?
Oh, I can't remember now.
It doesn't matter what it is, but the thing is, this is probably, as you mentioned, I'm literally going to completely echo your words now, being unbelievably original, as we watch Bingley fly down the DRS straight, looking to get himself up there. It is the best crop of talent we've had, and to expand on that, quite a few of these guys could go and race for esports level. You know, these guys have got the pace. These guys can match the likes of your Martins, your Limitless. It's probably a couple of attempts off on most tracks. But, you know what I mean? The absolute best guys. And for them to actually come and represent us is a fucking damn honour, and I'm proud of it. Literally proud of this. You know what I mean? But anyway, that's enough of blowing smoke. Just had to get that out of there. What
Well,
an
no,
amazing
it's,
group of guys.
as you say, it's Bigley coming through Sector 3, by the way, coming into the stadium complex. Yep. No, it's not blowing smoke out of anyone's backside. This is a very strong group of drivers. I'll carry on. Just want to see what time Bigley does.
Yep, coming around the final corner now, Bigley. Kind of pointless DRS straight here, but what we're going to do...
110.8 takes him to third, just a tenth off Benny. Yeah, right, going back to what I was saying very briefly, also the fact that the guys you're currently watching, viewers on stream at the moment, they're more than happy to race with and help out guys in lower divisions. You know, there seems to be a lot of... There's a camaraderie in this league that I haven't seen before. All I've seen in other leagues is arguments, political point scoring, arguments and fallouts. That's all I've seen in 6 years of league racing. It's been plus, and I've been guilty of doing some of it myself, I'll be the first to admit, but not anymore. What I like about this league is there doesn't seem to be that posturing, that political BS that I've seen elsewhere. It just seems to be a bunch of guys who enjoy racing, and generally speaking, more often than not, they enjoy each other's company, and it's good to see.
I mean, look at this. I mean, how many other leagues have we been in where we could literally just go and play? Yeah. I'm enjoying the conversation. Like, how many other leagues do you know where you can switch off F1 at night and go and play PUBG with people in different leagues, different divisions?
This is it, yeah. We play Battlegrounds, play FIFA, we play whatever games. It's just good fun. And Syke Zaney says, "I'll love to help the handicap."
Fuck off, you fucking cunt. There goes my fucking sponsorship, you fucking little slut. Fuck off, Syke, you cunt. Dummy. Johnny Bravo moves at one place. You fucking arsehole. Johnny Bravo.
Right, the sniper's gone out early. I've got a feeling he's actually set probably up for 2 laps of fuel here. I reckon he's going to jump the gun and try and get another lap. He's half a second off Matt at the moment. He's quicker than that. He knows he can push though. I reckon Johnny Sniper can be looking at trying to get to 7th here, 7th or 6th. Get a good lap here.
It'll be his best qualifying of all time in RRF1 if he could do it.
Base, FIFA's crap. PUBG for the win. Yeah, I agree with that. There's something about Battlegrounds. It's the authenticity that it makes it still the best Battle Royale game out there. The bottom line is all the other games are too futuristic or they're too gimmicky. Battlegrounds is purely authentic, even though the game is glitched to buggery.
Oh, what a game that is. I will be, of course, bringing you some streams of that in the next couple of weeks with beer. I am fucking terrible, so like, it's the one game where I am completely and utterly shit. So you should have put that comment after I said that line. That would have been a fucking perfect time. But anyway, we are on board now with Sniper AJB.
I'm just seeing he's on out last moment. Syke's on out, Cookie's out. Cookie's actually now...
Sniper... What? Sniper's just let To The Max go through, I think. Sniper potentially has invalidated his lap. He's running around with 0 ERS at the moment, so I'm guessing that's what he's done. A Dragoon 111.6 in Q3. What? You ain't here, buddy.
Sorry, you're an F2.
Oh, that was last night, wasn't it?
And just to let the streamers know, I absolutely wiped the floor in snooker as well about an hour ago. So
we were told that you were playing snooker. So we're going to go aboard To The Max. He is, I believe, on an outlap. Yep, of course he is. Why wouldn't he be?
111.1. He's almost matched. He's actually pretty much maxed his time by 1/1000th of a second. Looking at that, he's on a 111.161 and a 111.162.
That wasn't an outlap. Correct. Wow. That was completely my fault.
Now, that is consistent.
Was 1,000th of his lap.
That is as consistent as you can ever. He should get an achievement for that, surely. But that's stunning. Right, Benny's. What's Benny doing? Benny's coming through sector 1. He's on an outlet. On a 15.4. That's not bad. That's pretty damn good for sector 1.
I think is the first one round there, buddy. Cookie chip on a flyer. Will Cookie, the guy I've handpicked for pole position here today, Force Indy's looking very strong, of course, by the way, currently running in 2nd and 6th.
He's gone pole with that.
Damn, come on.
110.69.
What?
Outstanding.
That's silly. That is silly. That is bloody silly.
Well, Robbo's on the
We've got
flyer,
Robbo coming
but
round.
Benny's in sector 2, just completing sector 2. I think he's got a car in front. I'm not sure if someone hot. Here comes Towley. I think Towley is.
So he's just starting his lap now, mate.
Just
Literally just coming through first
Sykes in
sector, I
sector
believe.
2.
To Max.
It's Benny I'm
Who's at
looking
the
at.
6th? Max up to 6th ahead of Sykes Zaney, incidentally.
But 2 tenths.
So the Max. Let's have a look here. So, mate, this counting
Benny's going to go again.
He's
He's not on
in the field.
Yeah, Benny's going to go again.
It's going to
Yeah,
happen. This is going to be literally his last chance to get himself a lap time set here.
Towley in sector 2.
Robbo's
Robbo's in sector 2, heading towards the stadium complex.
Bingley
Force India gets out of his
just in
way.
front of him. So Bingley, then Rob. Benny goes second. He was second anyway, wasn't
He
he?
was second anyway. Yeah, he's gone again another fast lap because he just made a slight mistake on the previous lap.
Here we go, Beer. The
Here's
big hits are
Robbo.
coming. Bingley, what's he going to do? Bingley.
On pole,
161.
161. Here comes Robbo round the final corner.
Robbo, can he answer? Can he answer back? This is rapid itself.
Yes,
He's
can.
done it.
110.5. All eyes now on Towley.
Fucking hell.
All eyes on Towley. Here comes Towley.
Towley.
110.4.
He
Goes
did it.
pole. Yeah, Towley goes first.
Good
Wow.
fucking
But it's not
cake
quite over
puncher.
yet. Benny's on a fast
still
lap
got
at the
Benny.
moment. And to the Max. No, to Max is pitting. Sykes in sector 2. But
Bravo.
I think Benny's the next car.
Benny's coming round. Let's have a look. Quick sniper. Sniper AGL. Go on to sniper quickly. Oh no, that's not going to get the job done there. Goes and does a 1:11.9. Not a bad lap by Sniper. Good effort. Good showing.
Right, Benny around the last
It's
corner.
Q3. Johnny Bravo as well. Johnny Bravo doesn't improve. Benny doesn't improve.
No, 2 tenths down.
What
Right,
a qualifying.
Sykes
Zaney,
Zaney.
though.
It's all on
Oh
Sykes
no, he's
Zaney
on
now.
0. He's already on 1:13, mate.
It's blown it way down. Surprising and disappointing.
Sykes
You let me
7th
down.
place. Well, my pick actually
He did a good time.
was on pole for about 2 seconds.
But
So we'll take that one.
the big 3 occupying the first 3 slots on the grid. It's pretty much the status quo. Towley, Robbo, and Bingley in that order. Well, Cookie, he's only 2
I have to say
100s.
that,
He's only 2 100s off Bingley, so that's really close. This is going to be entertaining.
That's
Of course,
exactly what I was going to say.
these guys were on the same
exactly what I
tyres
was
as
gonna
well.
say.
There's going to be some real battles.
Look at the... What the hell? Look at the AIs.
The one, believe
what
it
the
or
hell?
not, this is going to sound. Oh no, this is going to sound silly, but the guy who's actually most vulnerable now, looking at the pace behind him, is Towley. He will need,
Yep.
but by the time the DRS starts on lap 3, he will want to be a second in front. He needs now some charges behind him. we know how quick Robbo is. We know how consistent Bingley is. And Cookie, he's shown great pace. He has shown good pace around Austria. He's shown good pace in qualifying here as well. You know, don't discount him. He's a very good teammate for Robbo.
And on that little summary there from Beer, we have got the top 10 shootout complete. We have got Towley on pole position with a 1:10.497. That is just ridiculous, by the way. Robbo is second, 1:10.5, 1:10.6, shared on the second row between Bingley and Cookie Chip. Benny with a 10.7, and then we got to the Max, Syke, Matt, Bravo, and Sniper. Both Renos and Haas getting.
But look at that.
Good
The top
performance by them.
7, they are all under sub 111. That's astonishing.
It's ridiculous. And on that one, Pos is going to go for a quick smoke.
I need to go for a smoke as well.
Just over a minute.
Hurry up, go on.
Have some silence. Have some silence, mate. Go on, get yourself off. Right.
Okay.
Here we go. Go on, back in.
Okay, viewers, be right back. Okay, see you in a bit. Love you. Well, the beer man is back. What Pos is doing, smoking his... Have you spoken Jamaican Woodbines? I have no idea. But anyway, yeah, we should have a cracking race tonight. The top 10, I think, all on the same tyre. It's going to be extremely tight at the top. There's going to be some guys there who are going to be really looking to try and get some moves done. So say Tally and Pole, watch out for turn one. Hopefully the guys will give plenty of space. We did a partner league last night, the CSR league, and it was good. There was no crashes, well, at least not there anyway, which was good to see. So it should be really interesting to see what happens. Yeah, you what? Sorry, no, CSR.
Not talking about F3.
No, talking about CSR.
Oh, we're not talking about F3.
Yeah, the CSR race was nice and clean through turn one. It is a nasty corner because there's a very specific line to take through turn one to avoid any track extension warnings or corner cut warnings, and trying to get 15 cars through that gap, that narrow gap in the space of half a second takes some bloody doing, I can tell you. So yeah, it's a nasty corner.
We managed it in F2 just. Yeah, F2 we just about managed it, but then obviously it went round. I was going to actually mention there as soon as I come back about turn one. Amazing that you actually managed to pick up on it straight away. Possibly the most dangerous corner in the whole of this game, I'd say, especially getting two cars through there. A possible way to do it, even, you know, is literally sacrificing just one extension warning.
Yeah.
Just to make sure that everybody gets through clean. I know it's not really the best strategy to take, but obviously, you know, you just simply don't have carnage. But
well, the problem is that the track concertina's there, and you've basically got 15 cars going for the same gap, going for the same spot, and it's so difficult. And sometimes, literally, you're in the lap of the gods, really. You know, you're at the mercy of the gods as to whether or not you can get through without a contact. I mean, we've seen it in some of the race, well, certainly the Thursday race so far. You know, people coming the cropper there, you know, through no fault of the road. Yep. It's just one of those things. It happens. You know, there's no deliberate, you know, crash, even not really bad driving. It's just a question of case of 15 cars trying to get through the same gap in within about half a second of, you know. Well, it's
just
crazy.
We're loading in. That reminds me, actually, Beer. I know you've been watching Formula 1 for a long time now, and oh, sorry, pardon me. And it reminds me of a track. This will bring back memories. The Yacarapagua circuit in Rio de Janeiro. Turn one is very similar.
Here we go.
And there was actually a famous incident, and we're off on the formation lap. We are. So, everybody in the comments, get your asses in there. Predict who you think is going to win the race tonight. To be honest with you, I haven't predicted a race since Spain.
It's
so hard.
I think this one's too close to call. I really do, because we're not seeing split strategies this time. Split strategies, you can get an idea, you get a feel for, and you would go for on the split strategy. If Towley was going on the medium tyres, you'd fancy him to do it. But because we've got three guys now, this is all about pace now. It's all about the start. It's all about getting those engine revs just right to avoid bogging down or getting the wheel spin off the back end. It's all about the start now. You know. All these guys, and not exclusively on the top three. All these guys are starting on soft tyres. Not sure what the other guys are starting on. I'm just going to actually load up to see.
And AJ, the only ones not. And I've
Skillen's gone.
News,
well, Skillen's
he's not here.
Skillen's not here. Oh man!
Oh, you're joking.
That sucks. Hey, Skinny!
And we have got Mr. Shag in the comments.
Shout out to
welcome everybody.
My fellow fossil in F3. Great to see you here, mate. I thought you were commentating tonight in your league. Was that what you done and dusted? But anyway, welcome. Nice to see you, matey.
See Shag in RRF1.
Yeah,
I didn't think we'd see the day, but to be fair,
very good drive on Thursday.
Happy with it.
Good batch of points.
Yeah, drive of the day.
Did a good job. Did a good. He's a god of all time in his own mind. Good drive. Good to see him back.
And we are
next week, I won't have any accidents, so I can race with him. Here we go.
I know, yeah, man. And it's hungry, isn't it, as well? So, he said done and dusted, so his eyes, along with the eyes of the Xbox community now, switch over to RRF1 round 11.
For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching live around the world on Twitch. Let's get ready to race!
Race, baby! I've just caught an amazing screenshot of Towley and Robbo on the front row together.
Oh, I've just seen
awesome.
that. I've got it. I can see it on the stream now. So I'm watching the stream on the computer.
Five
here we go.
Lights, ladies and gentlemen. 5 lights. And over to Beer.
Go! 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 Go!
Oh! Psych! Jump start!
Oh, that's not
That's
good.
the first one we've
That's
ever had.
disastrous.
Through
Right,
all the way back
Towley's
from
got
the
through to turn
field.
1.
Oh, mate,
Looks like
they
everyone's
all
got
have.
through. Everyone's got through. That's great to see.
Let's watch out for turn
Lots
2.
of quarter given.
Another corner which you can
Yeah,
get caught
notorious.
out on.
Looks
Oh,
like
that is
the front.
fantastic
Looks all right.
driving by everybody.
Everyone's through. Everyone's through. Haynes has jumped AJ.
Haynes up in the 12th position now. AJ managed to get lovely Colt. Colt did actually run wide at
Rob's
the
having a
start.
look. Rob's got
So
the
look at
inside.
Robbo and Towley.
Rob's got the inside tally.
Immediately
Is he gonna
against
get this
each other.
done? I think Robbo's going
These
to.
two.
Oh, no. Tally's got a good exit. This is the side by side now. Tally's got the inside line. Robbo drops back in, slipstreams in. Is he going to have a look at the inside there? Nose to tail. Look at that. Robbo has it. He fakes the move, backs out.
Ooh. Don't think it was.
Wow, that was nose to tail. That was literally a fag paper.
That was
between the
ridiculously
cars.
close.
Astonishingly close.
Jesus Christ.
We got a
Pass going
Haas
wide at
going
the
off
back.
wide there. I think that was possibly to the max.
Yep. So the
And I
Max
got,
has gone wide there, but he
got a
manages to
McLaren
get
running wide there and a Renault as well, a little further down the field. Just,
You know,
I say running
just
wide. It was just a bit of dust on the wheels as they just touched the grass. But Towley managed to hold Robbo off there, which is good to see. Sykes only onto the max, and Sykes in the pit. He's in a service penalty.
Get out of the way. Get out of the way.
Disastrous
Back
though.
to the field, Syke.
Disastrous for Sykes. It's going to lose him for 20 seconds here. Kill me, he says in the comments.
Yeah, we'll let you have that comment, mate. We'll
Right,
let you have that comment.
he's served his penalty, so he's back out now, but of course he's now dead last. He is on a quicker tyre though,
This
so he'll
could
be
be-
looking to make a move. He'll be trying to get back on terms with Colt and AJ as quickly as he possibly can. He's 8 seconds off the pace at the moment with that
Calm
incident.
beer before the storm. The calm
Yeah,
before the storm. We've got to move at the back here. Sniper
we
AJ
go.
and Smoke Spaceman. These two did have a bit of a collision
Sniper's
in the
got the
performance
job done
race.
there. Oh, and the Williams has got the inside of Haynes. Yeah,
Look at
Haynes.
Haynes.
The Red Bull's
This
still
is a ballsy
staying in there,
move.
but I think Haynes has got.
He's
Yeah,
done
Haynes
it.
has got it covered off. Yeah, good move there. Haynes moves up to 10th. That's 2 places he's gained in the first 2 laps. Excellent
That's how we do
driving.
it. Haynes.
And Towley is now
points.
right up behind Robbo again, just less than 2 tenths. As they're coming to the stadium complex, nothing separating really the top 5 or 6 cars. They're all in a train at the
What a
moment.
remarkable start. What a remarkable start.
Yeah, nice and clean. Right, pit stops we're looking at
Sykes to kill
between
me.
the windows between
Jackson,
12
where'd you live?
the windows between what 9 and 13, something around that mark, maybe a little bit later.
These guys will want
They
to
might go a bit
probably try
longer,
and push to
actually.
14, I'd say.
Yeah, they might go a
I'd
bit
probably say
longer.
14.
Because a lot of these guys are on
DRS
wheels, so
enabled.
they do get less tyre wear than the guys who are on pad. I do believe Robbo says he's on a pad. So,
Rob and Benny, I believe, are on the pads out of the guys at the front. Bit of a shout out to, we've got a bit of a battle going on here, but we're going to go straight back up to the top because this is the first activation of DRS. I believe everybody in the top.
yeah, Robbo, so he's
Byron
fakes the
Talley
move
will get
again,
it. Ooh.
ducks back inside again. He's going to try and get a good exit. Oh, he's had a bit of a backslide there, fish-tailed out. That's
Just
just
watching the
compromise
moves
his
back
exit
there.
slightly.
Smoke Spaceman and Haynes. Sniper AJ holding up. Haynes, look at how close. We've got 3 going 3 wide.
And
You're
I
kidding
think
me.
Haynes has just covered it off. Just, I think, he's
Oh,
up into
no,
9th. No,
Sniper.
back down to 10th. I think
There's a wheel
Sniper's
bash
covered
in
him
there.
off.
Smoke Spaceman having a little look at the inside here. Haynes has lost it.
Yeah, Haynes
Smoke
has
back up to
backed
10th.
out.
Great move there. Opportunistic driving there by Smoke Spaceman. Waiting
All
for
that
the
hard,
opportunity.
all that hard work he's lost. Syke is going
I know,
quickly,
yeah,
by the
literally
way.
right back to where he was.
He's pulled 2 seconds on Colt and AJ already. Just to let you know, he's got those.
Look
He's,
at AJ.
he's in clean air. He's on the soft
Syke
tyres.
is
He's gonna
flying.
absolutely blast it. Expect to see some
Bingley's
some
finally got his
purple
fastest
times.
lap as well. Cookie Chip literally being carried along, as is Benny, and to the
Well,
max having himself a nice quiet drive
the
here from
top
6th.
6 are just starting to drop Matt a little bit now. There's a 2 second gap there between Max and then Matt in the lead Renault.
What a remarkably clean start this is. I've never seen a
Oh,
race like this
superb.
before. This is incredible.
Just a quick shout out to Syke. He's now taken 4 seconds off Colt in the space of 2 laps.
Robbo into the lead. Is he going to keep the job?
Is he going to make it
Wheels
stick? I think
interlocking
he's
there.
done a little bit of wheel spin. Oh, Bigley's now having a look at Towley.
Bingley right behind him. Matt and Johnny
Yeah, look
Bravo
at the
side by
braking.
side. I think Matt's just held that one there. Look at this. Fucking hell. RRF1 throws up another cracker. Bravo and Matt side by
Bravo
side
and
here
Matt.
in the background there. Sorry, I missed that one.
Yeah, Matt's just struggling a little bit for pace at the moment. No softs. He's dropping back and he's under serious pressure now from Johnny Bravo.
Incredible drive here by Matt to keep him behind so far. Matt runs a little bit wide there, nothing really dangerous. As Robbo takes the lead, he needs this. He's had a few weeks where we've not interviewed him for the win. Obviously, Towley has stepped it up unbelievably. I'm really cranked up the pressure, but we still have a top 6 here, and Robbo's into the 14s already.
Yeah, he's looking to push hard now. He wants to try and break that DRS advantage now. The gap's around about half a second.
It's such a
Haynes on
DRS
AJ, Haynes on
this.
Sniper. Very close again. These guys are so close. Oh, he's just dropped back a tad there. He was within less than 10th. A corner before.
Just noticed Smoke Spaceman is into 9th, I believe. Yeah, he was in 10th. So Smoke has got Sniper in the background. Towley, Robbo, Bingley, Cookie doing really well to stay with him. Benny is now a second behind, so he doesn't really want to get dropped here. Otherwise, to the max, he's going to literally feast.
Here comes the Renault.
Come on, Benny, look at Bingley.
He's right behind Towley now.
Sniper AJ, we're going
I'm
back
just
here.
Just a bit further down the field at the moment.
Move at the back. We've got a bit of wing damage.
And we got.
AJ's got wing damage.
We got Colt up on AJ. I think AJ's got that one covered. No, he's dropped down.
AJ
Colt's
wing
got
damage,
him.
mate. I think he's got wing damage on the back of Haynes.
Let's have a little look at his car.
AJ.
Has he? Doesn't look like it.
Yep, front left. Have a look at Towley's wing, and then go to AJ quick. Oh, he's off. Goodness me, poor AJ. His season gets even worse. Goodness gracious. This guy is one of the quickest guys we have, and he just has no luck. I know his front left is damaged.
Yeah, look at the front left, mate.
If you go to TV pod and then flick between Towley and AJ, you'll see Towley's got the spikes at the front left and AJ's got nothing.
Okay. I'm now looking at Towley's rear end. Not a pretty sight, as you can probably imagine.
I've never had the luxury of looking at Tom's rear end, mate, to be honest. He's usually too far up the fucking road.
Towley's a look at the inside of
Look
Robbo there.
how
I think Robbo's
close
got a better
this is
exit.
between the guys.
Yeah, we've got Bingley and Cookie, and only just behind them is Benny into the max. These guys are being dragged along. Say Matt was unfortunately struggling for a bit of pace on the soft when he got overtaken by Johnny Bravo. It means there's a 5-second gap now between to the max and Johnny B. So the top 6 are starting to move away now from the field. Syke, by the way, dropping down the field. He's just 2 seconds now down AJ. What the hell's going on? Monitor.
It's 6 seconds in 3 laps.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Well, so he does have the advantage, of course, on being in completely clean air, just pushing hard those tyres. He's got nothing to lose in essence. His race has been seriously compromised by that stop-go panel, by that drive-through. But he's now less than a sec. Yeah, AJ's really suffering from downforce issues. Syke one's a tad wide there to the max 3-second penalty. Yeah,
AJ pits.
I think he might be able to go into the he's on the mediums, isn't he? That's compromised his race. If he was on the softs, he could have got away with it and perhaps put the mediums onto the end. But now he's
we're going to move up here. Towley and Robbo.
Stop Towley again.
Robbo for the lead.
Yeah, he's done it at the
Towley
side to
goes on the outside, is he?
Robbo's covered him off, I think. Robbo's covered him back off again.
Left a lot of, as much room as you can through there. And to the max has overtaken Benny, by the way.
And look at Bingley, right? Bingley's up the inside. And Cookie just a fraction behind. It's all happening. Johnny Bravo and Matt, very close again as well.
Oh, Matt's got him back. To be honest, I thought Johnny Bravo would leave Matt.
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
I thought he'd leave him.
The Renault's
I didn't think he'd leave him. And as you mentioned,
I was thinking
Johnny
D
DRS.
I thought Johnny would drop Matt. No disrespect to Matt, but he was pressurising him so hard. And once he got the move done, I thought that would be it. Is the instant
bit of a shot here for Smoke Spaceman beer as well.
Yeah, he's on a solid
Spaceman has had possibly the worst season of his life.
Yeah, Cookie chip 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. Turn 1 again.
You expected that. Expecting it, mate, aren't we? Yeah. Especially around here. These guys are the top guys on Xbox.
But look at these guys. I mean, they're all basically within DRS of each other. They're all being dragged along for the ride here. So, I mean, I'm looking back from Robbo's car there on the stream. You can see the top 6 from his rear end.
Speaking of Robbo's car, we've got Towley on the inside this time.
Towley has he covered that inside line? Yeah, he's done it. No, Towley's got it. Yeah, Towley's covered that inside line. That's the critical thing when you're doing it. You've got to get that inside line. Once you've got the move done, is basically make the car quite fat coming out of the hairpin, which means even if the car behind you gets a better exit, he cannot get past. He physically cannot get past you. He has not got the room to do it. Smoke space 3-second penalty.
Only a 10th behind on Haynes here.
Of course, Towley learnt all his defensive tricks from me, of course, just to let you guys know. And no, just joking.
Rara in the chat. Rara, welcome in, buddy. And Panda and Shag having a bit of a conversation about the battling. It's been ridiculous so far, ladies and gentlemen. Long way to go here. Only just commencing lap 9 as we cross the line now. 26 more laps to go, and obviously
the gap
pit
was
stop
so
windows.
close early on. I think it was lap 2 between Tally and Robbo. I tried to drop a fag paper between the two cars, and it hit both cars. It's not even a fag paper between the two cars. That's how close it was. It was absolutely insane. Sniper's pitted, by the way, just to let you know.
Yeah,
and mediums.
It's incredibly early. I'm not sure if there was any kind of damage involved there. Psych up into 12th, by the way.
Well,
we actually behind.
We are at the start of the pit window. I don't expect most of these cars to pit yet, but 9 is the start of the window. For one stop at 9 to 14. Some of these guys might go a bit further. It all depends what the pace is like, really. So the top 6, no one's dropping anybody at all. They're all within DRS of each other at the moment, which is quite remarkable. We're on the 10th lap, and they're
all together.
Yeah, there's 6 cars, and they're all within a second of each other. They're all getting DRS assistance, obviously apart from the lead car.
Sorry for my moment there. Beer interrupts you then. Smoke Spaceman and Haynes were side by side. Smoke ran wide at the hairpin. So that's what
that's allowed Colt, Haynes 3-second penalty. That's allowed Colt to move right up behind Smoke Space and start pressurising him now. Psych is now
Colt,
2
by the way,
seconds.
To look at the table as well, Colt, no points for Colt yet in this league. Lonely
Colt,
Colt,
chance tonight.
A lovely Colt, sorry.
A good chance tonight. He really is. I'm just going to have I'm changing the gap. I'm looking at the gap now from the leader. Even after 10 laps, there's only 16 seconds separating the top 12, and that includes Zaney doing his drive-through. So
remarkable, absolutely remarkable.
And he comes up at the inside, a real fly at the inside. He's going to do him under brake. Oh wow! Look at that's how the DRS makes. Matteo's going for a switch back, but Robbo has done the right thing. He made his car nice and
parked
flat
his
there.
car.
Yeah, absolutely good.
Parked the car.
Clean driving, good to see. AJ sets the fastest lap on brand new sauce, 1:14.5. He's got a bit between his teeth now. Bingley trying to feint a move there on Towley. Just letting Towley know.
Cookie have a little look at the inside of him as well, and you see that when Bingley went for the feint move.
Of course, for Robbo, he'd be quite happy to see Cookie clear Bingley and then have a go at Towley, his main championship rival.
Robbo needs a bit of a turnaround here. He's already put 6/10 of a second on Towley.
That's not much, mate. That's not, so it's only 3. Yeah, he's just pushing, which you can understand at this stage. He's had a compromised start. He's just trying to get back into points, then see how far he can go. Johnny B's got past Matt again. 2 seconds.
Towley, Bingley and Benny.
Towley, Bingley and Benny. Penalties. Wow. All 3 of them.
Dear, Robbo is going to be absolutely rubbing his hands when he pits, because obviously he put his controller down and might crash.
Yeah. I would highly advise not driving around Hockenheim at 200 miles an hour going, look, no hands. It's not a good move.
Feet driving. Cookie Chip having a real look at Bingley here. I'm really impressed by the one I'm impressed with the most here. It's to the max.
Yeah, he's having a great race.
It's an incredible drive.
Pressurising. He's pressurising Cookie. Benny's just showing signs of dropping off the pace a little bit here. He's dropped to now a second and a half down. Colt Smoke Space side by side. I think Smoke Space has got his position back. Just about. Lovely Colt,
of course, a former F2 racer.
Now was the next question.
Very close.
The next question now is any Cookie 3-second penalty. So everyone's got a penalty now, apart from Robbo in the top 6 actually. I think to Max and Benny have also got penalties. It's quite what Cookie was saying. It's getting interesting now because we're getting into the pit window. Is anyone going to go for an undercut to see if they can grab that couple of seconds? It does leave them more vulnerable later on in the race, but track position today is going to be crucial. Looking at the gap between the cars,
is Benny.
He's got nothing to lose now. He's got nothing to lose.
Nope. That's a remarkable, absolute chess match of a race we have here, as we still have 5 drivers all pretty much in a line. You can still see Benny in the camera pan.
Yeah.
So obviously Benny now 3 seconds away.
But looking at these top 5 cars, overtaking is at a premium really, because it is so hard to pass. It is a difficult track to pass. This is an overtaking spot here, under braking. You've got the hairpin obviously, but again it's not an easy straightforward overtaking spot at all, so track position is absolutely crucial. So we might see a couple of these guys dive into the pits.
You have to be forceful. That's a forceful overtaking position.
I overtook Mellish here, that corner there, force. I just went you know, it's like, I'm having that position, thank you. He gave me the rim, which is brilliant, like, you know, but
Did you like
smoke space on Levy Colt again.
That is
so
how
close.
you get the job done. Smoke and Colt. And look who's behind him. He's actually caught them. Syke Zaney has caught back up with their points paying positions. Robbo, oh, look at Robbo's front left here.
Well, looking at Syke at the moment, a top, I'd say 7th is a possibility. Barring accidents, he will struggle to finish above 7th.
Yes, absolutely agreed. 7th position is definitely attainable though.
Yeah. AJ's all
definitely.
over the back of Sniper. Of course, Sniper's going to try and go to
Tally
the end.
Robbo.
AJ will have to pit, and Robbo's dropped down. Tally's got him again.
Tally's done him.
But they're side by
still side by side though.
But Robbo's going to drop in behind. Yeah, Robbo just sits in behind him, which is sensible driving.
These elite guys know it's all about picking your moments. Obviously, we made a few posts about the F2 and F3 boys.
Smoke Space has got past Lovely Colt again. These two be swapping positions. Syke's just done Lovely Colt as well.
Just done him as well.
Up until 11th.
I thoroughly enjoy watching Syke Zaney race now. Before it
It's
was almost like a
entertaining.
case of Jesus Christ, I'm scared. I thought something might happen. AJ gets Sniper into the hairpin. That is for P13. Good time.
And Robbo's pitting. Yeah, Syke Zaney was basically the bastard love child of the two well-known homosexuals.
Oh no! Cookie's following him!
Oh,
Cookie's following him!
That's going to be a stacker.
Double stack for
bad.
India.
That is bad between the two cars. No communication there.
No!
And Robbo's being held back for some reason. I'm not sure what's going on there.
What the hell happened there?
Yeah, Robbo was. His car was just held for a couple of seconds extra. That's not good for him.
Oh, here we go. Colt.
Yeah, what I said
between behind Smoke Spaceman.
Of course, he was the illegitimate bastard love child of those two well-known driving homosexuals, Pastor Maldonado and Max Verstappen, of course. And unfortunately, for the first few races of the season, he inherited the worst traits of both drivers. But now he's inherited the best of those two drivers because he's driving extremely well.
And just having a look here, all 3 wide here, watch your step, ladies and gentlemen. Robbo needed to get past Smoke Spaceman and did, and lovely Colts. Took a great little advantage there. Max is 6 seconds clear of Cookie. What's happened there?
Yeah.
Smoke Spaceman.
Lovely Colt, he pushed Smoke Space off. They didn't give him the room. Should have given him the room there, to be fair. It's on the stream, you will see it. Well, actually, no, I saw it anyway. But yeah, he didn't give him the room. Bit clumsy.
I caught the end
Towley,
of it.
5 seconds.
Towley, 5 seconds.
Speed in the pit lane. Oh no!
Huge.
Oh, what? That's a rookie error. Towley, what's going on?
Smoke needs to get his head back in the game here, though, going back onto the Smoke Spaceman incident. And Haynes takes the lead of the Grand Prix, the only driver not to have pitted.
Now, Tan and Robbo,
soft runners.
Robbo's going to clear him now because of that 5-second stop go. Who thought?
And obviously the 3-second penalty. This is pretty much Rob's race.
No, Towley has held off. As I said, there was a pit glitch on Robbo's car. It was a pit glitch on Robbo's car. It held him back.
Has Towley not served the 5 though? Will it get added at the end?
It was a stop and go, wasn't it? So it would have done it at the pits, wouldn't it? Surely.
I think it means. I don't know if you get the stop go at the time anyway.
Oh,
we'll have a look at that later. Oh, Colt's hit Towley.
Yeah, Colt's hit Towley back end. It's done no damage to Towley, but Colt might have lost an end plate there.
Amazing, mate. No damage.
Needs to get his head down a little bit. That's 2 incidents now. Basically, the same part of the track in consecutive laps. Needs to get his head down. Just relax.
In the net 3rd place, to the max has jumped Bingley.
Cookie on Benny.
Cookie Benny, just have a look here. What an amazing undercut there.
Yeah, good move.
What an amazing undercut there by Benny.
To the max has jumped Bingley. Absolutely. By a couple of seconds as well. It had to be said nearly.
And Max now is on the back of Lovely Colt. You'd imagine Lovely Colt on the mediums will pretty much be at the end of his tyre life, but he will be looking to go until about lap 18, 19.
Yeah, you can take the mediums maybe in a bit further, really. 22, 23. Haynes has pitted, so Robbo de facto leader again. Lovely Colt, 3-second penalty, multiple warnings.
Colt just needs to be a bit patient. Robbo's dropping Towley here. 1.4 seconds. Towley does not need this from Lovely Colt. Haynes is going to come out of the pits just in front of Syke Zaney. Syke, of course, has pitted as well. So all of these guys, I'd say, barring AJ.
Penalty.
And you can only imagine what's going through Smoke Spaceman's head beer as he is 23 seconds, once again, behind 13th.
Yeah, his race was... he had the brush there with Colt, which was... What is...
What's he
So
doing?
the Max has just got lovely Colt there. Blimey. I
Colt loves these corners, doesn't he?
Yeah, I appreciate that Colt, obviously, you know, he's... As far as he's concerned, he was legitimate third or fourth, but he hasn't pitted yet. You know, he's got to give his... He's got to be aware of that. Not, you know, is it a question of fighting too hard or just letting these guys go? What do you
Fight
think?
your battles.
It is an
Fight your
interesting
battles,
one,
mate.
but you need to fight the right battles at the right time.
Yes.
He's not racing these guys.
What he should
That's
have
just
done
my-
is
that's
let all
just my
three of them
opinion.
through and then just hook, line and sinker on the back of Max for a few laps.
But he doesn't
just to pull himself along.
But he doesn't have to. There's nothing in the rules saying he has to because at
Well,
the
of course
moment,
not.
It's
Nobody
the
can fight as long as he
position.
wants.
Yeah.
It's just
It's
about
the
what you
thing to
mentioned,
do.
of course, on the Facebook page about racing etiquette and driver racecraft. You've got
Yeah.
to literally have it in your head. If he's not racing these guys, just look at the guys you're racing in and around the pit stop. Haynes, 3-second penalty there. He does have Sykes Zaney bearing down on him. Matt's
Right, well,
ninth,
Tally's got
Bravo
his
eighth, Benny seventh.
Tally's got his tyres sorted now. Obviously he just took a little bit late, a little bit longer to get much temperature than Robbo. He's now just tracking Robbo about a second, almost back within DRS range again now. To the Max though, he's really flying on these mediums. They're working really well.
Fantastic drive. Unbelievable drive by Max. Bingley, the big loser here, down in fourth. Cookie seems to have dropped Benny, fifth and sixth. Thought Benny had a puncture and had to.
It's
flip
interesting
back onto
though.
his
I mean,
car.
well, now you can see that the double stack, how badly it hurt Cookie. It really did. He's lost so much time.
It's destroyed his chance of a podium easily here.
It's not destroyed. But it's going to take some. It's going to take some getting back now. Because basically he's got to go quicker than Bingley consistently for enough laps to pass him, and then cruise up behind to the Max. No easy feat. To be fair.
Lovely call after being public enemy number one a few moments ago. May become Robbo, Tally and Max's best buddy for the next couple of minutes.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, 'cause Bingley needs to clear him as
Bingley
quickly as he
behind
can. Yeah.
Shout out to the Tuesday folks. 16 of you are
thank you.
joining us for Sunday Night Delight. Pos and the Racing Guru are literally doing our thing, and well, we're not doing our thing. These guys are doing their thing. We're just talking about it. But Bingley,
Shout out to a couple of guys watching us. We've got Big Hairy Jock, of course. We've got Pete. We've got Forrester. Nice to see you, Forrester.
Forry's here. Nice of
We've got Jack
Lucky
Whitehorn from F3. We've got Ginny Welch from F3 as well. We've got Sykes Zaney, who's racing. And
Smoke's off. Smoke's off again.
He's having a bad race.
I want to hug the guy. I want to hug the guy. It's mate, 11 races and Haynes
is gone. He's blown up. He's blown up.
That?
And that certainly helps the likes of AJ and Sniper. That makes that a little bit closer to the points. And just further to my point I made about Towley earlier on, he is closed up now to within 4/10 of Robbo, so he's got his tyres up to temperature. He's feeling confident now, and he's ready to go. Haynes leaves the session. Less than half a second now between the top two. So Towley, Robbo's now going to be under pressure. Towley with a DRS assistance. But to the Max, look at that. Again, he's just holding station half a second behind Towley. He's getting that DRS toe lap after lap, Johnny Bravo 3-second penalty. Bingley has cleared lovely Colt now, so Bingley's now looking to make his way back up to try and cruise up behind. Here comes Towley on Robbo up the inside there, going to the hairpin, giving each other room. Good to see. Towley's got a pretty good exit there, covers Robbo off. I think he's got this done. Robbo's tracking.
Close they are.
But look to the Max, just 2/10 behind these two cars. Again, it's the cigarette paper.
Well.
It's the cigarette paper between the three cars again. Wow, astonishing driving. All clean as well.
By RRF1 Elite League.
Other leagues take notice. Clean driving when there's a fag paper between three cars. How often do you see that in leagues?
It
Not
doesn't
very
happen,
often,
mate.
But you see it
Not
happen
in this little world.
You see it happen in this league every bloody week. But there we go. That's enough.
You can have incidents. I mean, we obviously had a bit of a coming together, which caused a bit of controversy in the British Grand Prix. But it happens.
Yeah, that's endeth the sermon of Beer and Kebab. But
it is. Next one will be
there's a great battle
on the topic of Brexit. We'll talk about that later.
There's a great battle. It's been a race-long battle between Matt and Johnny Bravo, and they are still at it, hammer and tong. Lovely Colt pits.
Just about to say that makes it always
less than a second between. Ninth now. Of course, Zay's going to the end on these tyres.
Well.
Yeah, looking at the gaps there, he's 3.5 seconds down on Matt, who is a second down on Bravo. So yeah, seventh is certainly doable. Possibly sixth actually. Depends how vulnerable Benny is at the end.
Mate,
But Robbo now
these
tracking,
guys, how
tracking
there's
Tally
not
again.
been any incidents is absolutely unbelievable. We call it elite for a bloody fucking reason, and that's why. But it is, so we just about got over 14 laps to go here, Beer. An incredible drive so far, right to the max, keeping him right there. Bingley, though, you just see in the background, he's just over 3, or just under, sorry, 2.5 seconds behind.
1.6 seconds. 1.6 seconds, mate.
2.5 seconds separate first to fourth, and we are still coming into the beginning of lap 21. Rob Towley to the max.
Cookie's holding station now. He's actually just robbed a couple of 3/10 off Bingley in the last lap. He's 4.2 behind Bingley. He's not out of this yet. Not out of this yet.
Something I've not seen for amazing, mate. Already at this stage, Bravo has his yellow fuel light on.
Fastest lap, Johnny Bravo. It's not surprising there, Smoke Spaceman with a fast lap. He put the ultras on for stuff there, so I'm going to get some quick laps in.
He's actually overtaken Syke as well, which kind of does make sense.
Now,
He is like
I'm
on 3 compounds lower.
I'm going to throw something controversial out there. This is for the chat as well. Looking at the race, looking at what's been going on since the pit stops. Is there an argument to say that Towley is actually holding these guys up? I think he is. I think Robbo, certainly Robbo, could go a lot quicker if he passed him. That's my thought. Just been watching.
I mean, guys, in the comments, what do you think? I mean, Beer throws up an absolute spanner there for you to have a little think of.
That's nothing. That's nothing derogatory about Towley. You know, he's a buddy of mine next box, but I'm just wondering if he's actually holding these guys up a little bit. But he's a master tactician. He knows where to stick his car. I'm all for great defensive drive, as long as it's not slow, boring defensive drive. I'm looking at fast-paced defensive driving where you know the track intimately, so you can just put the car exactly where it needs to be. So regardless of the DRS of the car behind, you can cover him off. Robbo has now got DRS coming to the hairpin. He's too far back this time to have a look, but again, he just wants to cruise up behind. Try and get a good exit out of here, but to the max is tracking these two. They're not dropping him in the slightest. Bingley is...
This could be a shock of the shocks.
Yeah, Bingley is 1.9 seconds. He's not feeling it on these mediums because Cookie has taken another 3/10 out of him. He doesn't seem to be really feeling it for some reason. I'm not sure whether the balance of the car is right or something, or he's just literally hasn't got the pace around here. I don't know.
I don't know, because he had it earlier. He had it earlier, and you could like use the excuse of DRS, but then he was holding station to the max.
Yeah.
So if he didn't have the pace, obviously in that case, the two guys would both have DRS. Max would get him. Cookie, I think, is just kind of in that unfortunate mould where he's racing by himself. And we've got a yellow flag in sector 3 here.
Colts with a 3-second penalty.
Who has gone off?
I haven't seen anyone go off.
AJ.
It's AJ.
Oh, no, AJ's pitted.
No, he's pitted. He's got new soft, so he begins the end now. And Matt now in the Renault is starting to feel the pressure of the McLaren as Syke Zadie's cruised up behind him now. The gap is just outside of the DRS zone at the moment, but that's a move that Syke will be looking to complete in the next couple of laps, I think. Once he's within DRS, I think he'll catch him very quickly. And to the max.
Incredible driving by these guys.
Yeah, I mean, it is so close there.
This has been a weird Grand Prix bit, hasn't it? It's not been the most thrilling in terms of overtake here, left, right, and centre.
It's a hard track to overtake. To be fair, it's like Hungary in many respects. It's relatively quick. There's some quick, fast corners, but the bottom line is it's hard to overtake. The track is narrow.
More of a tactical masterclass, this race. This is for the purists of racing. You know, if you kind of want to watch something from that particular perspective, you will look at that. Look at me, I'm on board with To The Max. If you can go onto the TV pod for a minute for me on To The Max, please.
Yeah.
This might just be me, but Robbo is showing 1 bar connection all of a sudden.
How do I can't see the connection thing on this.
Oh no, it's coming up. I'm on TV pod with To The Max, and in front it says Robbo's name above his head with a red bar. Is that appearing on yours?
Yeah, it says that on most cars, to be honest, mate. I see that a lot in the race. I don't think it means anything, to be fair.
Do you know what? Robbo's got it. Robbo's made the move on Towley. That should be job done for the moment. Robbo takes the lead in the German Grand Prix once again.
Now,
another position change.
Now, my theory is going to be put to the test now. Will Robbo drop him? Or will Towley just stay well behind him and say, you know, hey, I'm just as quick as you.
Try me.
So my theory's been put to the
me.
test now. My theory...
These are the two heavyweights.
Yeah.
Of RRF1 going absolutely at it.
I think you call them a fad, really.
I mean, if they are, mate, I'm not one for body shaming, but it may not be an insult.
I'm one to talk anyway.
Growing a bit of a belly myself, mate. Trust me, I'm on that sort of line.
Bingley's had a couple of good laps. He's got the gap down to 1.6 onto the max. Not in DRS yet, but he does. The advantage that Bingley does have is he has a set of tyres that are 1 lap fresher. So that might help a bit later on in the race. Sykes moved within 6-7 tenths now, Matt. So he'll be looking. But Matt now is again closed up with Johnny Bravo. So Matt's got a DRS toe off Johnny Bravo, which is going to help him negate. Say speed behind him. Lovely Colt, 3-second penalty. Here comes Tal at the inside. Look, he backs out.
Colt's out of the Grand Prix.
Oh, he's binned it. A 3-second penalty. Virtual safety car. Oh,
it's
to the max. Just dropped into the back. To the max, dropped into the back of Talia. Now, has he got any damage?
Any damage?
It was a tap.
Don't think so.
So look at that fall.
Don't think so.
I think he's all right. Yeah, he's okay.
Lovely Colt. His first chance at points. Much fresher tyres. Game over. Goodness me. Poor guy. And Smoke Spaceman, mate, is actually on the cusp of getting points. He hasn't done that for a while.
Well,
the incidents he's had.
Well, he needs 2 more. He needs a couple more. I wouldn't say he's on the cusp.
2 more retirements.
He needs 2 more cars. In terms of track position, he's about as far away from the points as you can pretty much get in a Grand Prix. He's a minute down.
I was about to say, he's like over a lap behind. But he is still going around, and he has just pitted for Smoke Spaceman, just to let you know. So he is actually now on fresh,
he had those
soft tyres.
He went for that fastest lap. 3-second penalty to the max. Yeah, he went for that fastest lap, which he got. And
he did.
Yeah.
Obviously, we don't
now, what about
provide the extra point like real F1
What about
did.
this new system? Is that something that's going to be on the cards for the next season of RRF1? The point for the fastest lap? Or Towley on Robbo?
Towley Robbo, it's one that can be put out there. The two guys once again absolutely wheel to wheel. But that once again lads to the max come right at the back of them.
So space 3-second time penalty, multiple warnings.
Oh, Rob goes defensive a little bit there. Towley having a look here.
A bit deep there.
TV pod
Yeah,
Rob
went a bit deep, but he's managed to hold it to the max. He's just getting holding station. But these 3 cars are maintaining the pace because, again, Bingley is not catching them. He cannot get within the DRS range. Oh, by the way, my theory of Towley holding up these guys is a load of complete pony. As the last couple of laps
I think he's proved the Illuminati beer theory absolutely out the window there, to be fair.
What is known in the trade is a load of old bollocks.
But it could have been. I mean, you know, we have seen drivers in the past, aka, you know, the likes of Hamilton. He did it to Rosberg, didn't he?
I just think these
that was more deliberate, though, of course.
Round here, a very similar pace. When Robbo goes defensive, Towley goes a bit wide. That's going to allow to the max to have a look, perhaps. Now, if you get a good exit out of turn 1, 2, 3, 4.
Bingley 1.5 seconds. He's literally edging closer.
Yeah, it's so. He needs these. Towley's going to have a proper look now at the inside
on the
of
inside
Robbo
here.
Under braking.
This is a much
Towley
better
might
look.
Have it this time. And to the max on Robbo. Very, very close. But Robbo gets a better exit. Robbo gets a better exit this time. Managed to hold to the max. And a nice look at the inside there. Had a little look. But Robbo was on the grippier part of the track. Managed to get that power down, that split second quicker. Sykes he's taking Johnny Bravo. Sykes moves up into 7th.
7th? He's already beat on both of them.
Well, I did say it was 7th was his best. I think that's it. I don't think he'll go any higher now than that.
That'll take an effort. That's a second lap on Benny with more tyres. Benny's no slouch.
Yeah, exactly. Not impossible, but
of course, Johnny. Moment in this Grand Prix here, Beer. Sorry to cut right across you there, my man. We are looking now at Bingley. Finally,
he's finally got the DRS.
Little tap on Robbo, on the back of Robbo after Towley overtook him. And I think Colt blew up on the start-finish straight, by the way. I've just seen a complete dead wheel on the road. But now Bingley is finally what you can consider to be back in the ball game. We are now here with a 4-car train again, ladies and gentlemen. Bingley has waited and waited and waited. Robbo, as far as I'm aware, is the only one without a penalty. Don't quote me on that, obviously, but don't keep tabs throughout the race.
Cookie took a second out of the leaders as well, so he's just tracking on 3.3 seconds. He was over 4.3 before.
Benny as well.
Of course, a good battle down the back is Johnny Bravo and Matt. They've been fighting all race, and it's not changing yet. After 28 laps, there's only 4 tenths between the 2 cars. Looking for the minor points.
These guys were the 2 who were literally side by side there, weren't they, into the first hairpin?
Yeah.
Literally those 2.
It'd be 2 seconds. I was making a cup of tea, actually. I think it's probably got so stupid it's dissolved for the bottom of the cup now, I'd imagine. That's if I did stop pouring it. Yes, I did. Hang on 2 seconds, boss. I'm still on.
I'll keep it rolling from here, Bear. Don't you worry yourself, mate.
That is stewing, man. That's not a cup of tea. That's a cup of sludge.
Oh, lovely. Nom nom. Still with Sykes Aney. I think Sykes, as you did mention, mate, will be looking at that 7th position. Of course, penalties will be taken into effect. But 7th on the track for Syke after what he's had to go through. Obviously, it was his own doing having the start, the jump start. You could never, unless it was a game bug, which wouldn't actually surprise me again. Robbo, once again, on the Fatali, not close enough.
But this is where it's hurt Sykes so much, because serving that drive-through, if it hadn't been for that, he'd be challenging for the lead. That's how frustrated he must be.
Be a 7-car train. It would have been earlier, and Benny went really close to getting Cookie Chip, by the way. The gap went down to 19 thousandths of a second.
Well, you know, it's how much time did he lose on stop-go? 10 seconds? They're not on a stop-go, sorry, a drive-through. 10 seconds around here, I'd say?
Drive-through, probably about 15 seconds, mate, in total, because you've got to obviously enter the pits, and then you've got the pit exit, etc.
He'd probably be leading the race, because the gap between Sykes Aney and Towley is 12.2 seconds. That's how much he's recovered the drive.
It's the exact gap of a stop-go, or the drive-through again. Fucking keep getting them 2 mixed up.
Yeah.
Just under 5 laps to go here at the midpoint in RRF1 Elite League. We have got a top 4 then of Towley, Robbo to the max, and Bingley to the max, driving an absolutely stellar performance.
Benny on Cookie.
Into
a lot of pressure on Cookie now.
Let's have a look here.
Just to let you know.
So I'm going to go and see. Yep, I believe I'm going to switch back to that in a moment. I know they came within 100th of a second last lap. And yep, we're going to switch our focus onto Benny and Cookie. Benny down the outside. This could be
interesting.
Intelligent move in this sense. Oh,
he's given a bit of room.
Very close.
Yeah, room was given.
Very
That's
good.
fair.
Very respectful.
Is Cookie going to make another move at the inside here? Oh, side to side, Cookie.
We haven't seen an overtake here yet. That's actually paid off. Beautiful driving, but Benny hangs it around the outside.
Benny holds it together.
Inside to the next corner. This is one for the purists, isn't it? This is just absolute. I'm actually watching this as if I'm a real F1 fan.
Right. Well, it's almost like the you know, the sort of pre-races just about finishing, and now we're getting into the main course with 4 laps to go.
Yep. Reminds me a bit of a triathlon day with the running leg, isn't it? The final sprint of a 10,000 metre race. And we've got a yellow flag here. Smoke Spaceman going slow.
He's on ultras now.
Why?
New ultras. Is he pitted for ultras by the looks of it?
Yes, I believe he has.
He's about to get. He's got a lot of traffic behind him. He's going to have to get out of the way of some traffic soon. Is it the leaders?
Out of the way of the top 4.
Yep.
It is, mate. Smoke now. Oh, he's just run off. Really respectful driving by Smoke. He's had an absolute shit fest of a race.
Here comes
Towley
again. Oh, to the max this time. To the max this time. It's so close to Robbo.
Bingley as well, and Smoke Spaceman has the best seat in the house, or the second best one behind us. And Smoke. Oh, watch out, Smoke here.
Oh, it's just so tight between these 4 guys.
This is unbelievable. Johnny Bravo and Matt are still having their love affair at the background. Battle for 8th position, of course. Be 14 seconds separate the top 9.
Cookie Chip 3 seconds.
That's what you call a race. Cookie, oh dear. I'm not
now
sure
Towley needs to provide. I'm presuming he did not service stop go, in which case he needs to. It's hammer time, to use a horribly overused cliche.
Oh dear.
Bingley onto the max.
That's a millennial statement, isn't it? Though? It's become a millennial comment.
I need to wash my mouth out when that one. Like, can't believe I said that. Did I really say that? I did. Oh dear.
That is the power of editing. We'll edit that fucking shit out of it. But anyway, we have got ourselves just under 3 laps to go. 4 people can still legitimately win this Grand Prix. I'm looking at it from on-track perspective. Obviously, penalties will have a bit of an effect. And here then comes the Force India, or we can call it Racing Point. We're not going to call
He's
it that
having
yet.
a look. No, he's fainting a move there. It's amazing.
To the likes of Bingley. Oh, hello.
It's lap after lap, and these guys are doing it without hitting each other. The concentration levels are through the roof.
If it was me, mate, I'd have taken all these guys out by now because I'm just not fucking good enough to race. I'm openly honest. I'm openly honest and admitting I wouldn't be good enough to race at this level. For this amount of consistent time.
Yeah, Jock in the chat could drive by Syke Zaney. Yeah, it's a good recovery drive. He would have been fighting for the win if it hadn't been for the drive-through.
I believe that beer as well. I believe he will be in this pack at least. At the very least, we've seen Syke over the last couple of weeks take the victory on track. In at least one Grand Prix. I believe it was a British Grand Prix one, didn't he? And then had the penalties.
Two laps
to go. Oh, mate. We've got two more full-on DRS straights here. Pick a winner. I'm not talking about penalties.
Yeah, not
on track.
No spoilers. No spoilers.
I think Tally. On track Tally.
Robin might have something to say about this coming up.
Can I change my pick? DRS, can I change my pick?
Coming up towards the head.
Here we go though.
Oh, come on, broadcast cam. Give me a better view. Towley's gone. Robbo's got him before they've got to the corner. Great move. Towley's going to try and fight back at the inside though. There's almost a contact.
Very close to the Max again.
But Robbo's done it again.
Unbelievable driving. Absolutely incredible. I almost don't want to commentate on this beer. Towley penalty, Bingley penalty.
And Bingley, what for? What for?
What did Bingley have one for? Towley hit the curb.
They both got identical. Yeah, why have they got penalties there? That's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
Come on, Cody's one. Seriously, this is ruining a fucking quality race.
We've got someone.
Jazz Cooley could beat them all. I've never heard of you before, which probably means a lot.
Yeah, and I think you're probably talking absolute nonsense, I'm afraid to say.
He could be the best in the world, mate. We never know.
It could be actually, in which case I'll change my mind straight away. 3-second penalty for to the Max.
Oh, they're all getting him here now. Smoke Spaceman. This is going to really piss Smoke off there as well because he's hanging with these guys. I know he's like 2 laps down.
He wants to go past him because he's on the ultras. He wants that fastest lap, and he can't. He's been held up by the leaders.
Here we go. Towley, Robbo.
He's got to make Towley's got to be done now or never, really. Nip and Sack. Robbo's got the line. To the Max.
Max hits
back. There's a bit of contact there. Bit of contact now.
No damage again. This is fucking deja vu.
Every lap after lap, it's the same old thing.
Look at the moves on the last lap. Cookie Chip does.
Cookie's got past Benny again. Matt's got past Bravo at long last. They've been battling all race.
I want to watch this battle, but I can't.
Towley almost lost it.
Towley.
He has. He almost lost it. God, the back end is splayed right out.
Look at Bingley.
Oh, it's just nip and tuck as we come around the final couple of corners.
What an insane Grand Prix.
Can Bingley do it last corner? Robbo's got it.
Smoke's run out of fuel, I think, by the way. Robbo claims victory in the German Grand
Prix.
Go
to the Max gets the final podium. Towley's in 4th for the penalties. Didn't serve his own the stop and go.
Oh dear. And Benny's on the podium.
Benny's on the penalty count back by 5/100ths of a second. Astonishing.
Matt's in 6th.
Oh, carnage at the end. Carnage at the end of my
cars
screen.
everywhere.
Go on, Bingley. Go on, Bingley.
Cars.
Go on, Bingley.
There's not really much of something we can say about that. We're going to get
Smoke Space killed Bingley on the warm down lap, the cool down lap. He's left the session.
I love how he leaves as well.
He's left the scene with the cries.
It totally looks like he did that deliberately, but obviously it's AI mode. AJ, a forgettable race for AJ. He comes up 10th. Will he get 10th?
He's got a point.
Sniper's run out of fuel. Has he got points?
Oh no, Bingley's
yes, he has.
My car's stuck on Bingley again. It's just going forwards at a very slow rate of knots.
He's just Smoke Spaceman like dead on the side of the road. What a fucking game.
Oh man.
Oh dear. Yep, as we said, Syke, obviously in the chat, Syke says he had the race pace to go for the win. Usually people who say that, we'd laugh at them and call them egotistical bastards, but the truth is in them words. You definitely had the pace to go for the win there, just unfortunately stop go.
Yeah. Still an egotistical bastard though, to be fair.
Top. Oh yeah, fucking egotistical fuck.
Panda Ox, what a race. you took the words right out of our mouths. Those 3 words should describe this race absolutely perfectly. So there we have the final. If a quick rundown of the grid there, Robbo takes the win. Bingley second. Benny gets the third on the penalty count, back to the max. Robbed of his. That would have been his first podium of the season. Certainly his first in a long time.
Third, I believe.
First
he had
one
a couple well earlier in the season.
Towley drops to 5th. Oh, that's not good news. That's not good news at all. 3 penalties. So Matt in 6th, Cookie Chip 7th, Zany 8th, Johnny Bravo 9th. A lot of penalties there, dropped him down the order, and AJ steals the final point after what had been a bad race. Managed to squeeze a point out of it. So better a point than nothing, I'd say. But
definitely,
it's a shame. I mean, congratulations, obviously, to all the podium finishers, but it's a shame that the podium, as it stands, does not represent the actual battle on track that we saw.
Not at all.
It's a shame. It's
possibly
a shame.
The greatest battle I've watched, and I say this almost every week, but probably the greatest battle I've watched on a racing game. Absolutely incredible. And you've literally made Beer this time piss himself as well. He usually shits himself, but this time it's just wheel. I mean, I can smell the wheel all the way down here from fucking Wales. It's probably just the fucking sheep next door or upstairs. Anyway, right, we'll move on then. We have got...
I've got absolutely nothing to say about that. I've got absolutely nothing to say at all.
There's no need. There's no need. It was a definite moving on moment.
The silence echoes my contempt for your remarks.
Yeah, we'll move on. Robbo, welcome back to the winner's circle. Fuck him. Apparently that I'm gonna actually, before we get started, guys, just coolly, there's a very simple phrase that was invented in the English language, probably about 1760.
And I've just typed it. Yeah. Absolute bollocks. Yeah. There we go.
Yeah.
Evening Shrews.
Anyway, back on topic. Back on topic, Rob. Congratulations, mate. Possibly one of the best battles, if not the best battle I've seen all season. Talk us through your race, please, Rob.
Unfortunately missed out on pole by skin of my teeth. So I knew it was going to be a hard race from there. It's just sticking with Tom, getting no penalties whatsoever was my aim. And luckily he got a few more than me. I think he had probably a bit more pace than me. We was fighting fair and hard. You might think differently, but it is what it is. It's good to bounce back, ain't been on the podium for 2 races. It's been a long time. So I thought, it's good to be back in the win after what's happened over the week. So it feels good to retake the lead. So can't wait for Hungary.
I know, amazing race. To be fair, on the stream it looked fair, clean and cut. We didn't notice anything absolutely untoward. Bale probably backed me up on that. It was literally just stunning from start to finish. The way that you 6 guys all managed to kind of literally hold together was just nothing short of, do you know what, I'm going to use a very, very shitty pun here, elite. You know what I mean? Let's have a look here.
Kick this guy out of chat.
Yeah, give me a minute, mate. I'm just going to... Sorry to kind of interrupt you guys. I'm just going to go and block this little absolute fuck nugget. Just scanning the noobs. Yep, of course. No worries, mate. Go finger a goat. But anyway, Rob, was there any point in that particular race where you thought, obviously we're going to ignore penalty countback, etc., where you thought that you wouldn't get the win there?
Yeah, actually. I started the first 10 laps and I only had 2 warnings, and I kept checking Tom he had any penalties, and he had none. And then I heard he got a stop go in the race. Obviously we don't get that information on our Jeff information, so on mine it was just 3 seconds worth of penalties is all he got. But I think I was just trying to stick with him. I was trying not to push, not to crash my car. It was a bit hairy because I thought any minute Max could go into the back of me and it could be all over, because I was just hanging on, just so I don't over push the car. I think I was saving good amounts of ERS just in case there's an emergency kind of thing. So but no, Tom was unreal pole position, and probably had a bit more pace than I had. So it is what it is. But looking forward to Hungary.
And that's all for me, but other than congratulations, and I'll hand you over to Beer. Just see if he's got any questions for you, mate. But nope, 25 points. Welcome back, and once again back in the lead of the championship. Wait and see what Hungary brings for you. Over to you, Beer.
I've been racking my brains trying to work out a question that actually is worthwhile asking you, really, because it was just a great drive. There were no mistakes. You and Tally swapped positions quite a bit, particularly the hairpin. It was just one lap you didn't overtake, the next lap it was Tally. So the question I've got to ask, because I know you use a pad robber, is how on earth can you race? This is for everyone out there who's playing this game, new or experienced. How on earth can you race so close behind the car and not hit them? Simple as that, because it's astonishing to see on the stream.
Well, obviously I've been league racing since 2010, and I've kind of gained my racecraft since I was a wee boy, almost 10 years ago now. So yeah, no, I can't really explain it. It's just I've got a nice smooth driving style on a pad. You know, you see most people on a pad, and they're jolting down the straight. You know, like small corrections. I don't know. I got quite a nice left to right movement. So it helps. I've got quite good spatial awareness. I mean, barring last week, I haven't really hit anyone this season. Yeah, I can't really put my finger on why I don't hit people.
Well, it was an astonishing drive. The
Thank you.
racecraft shown by yourself and Tally, and taking nothing away to the max as well. But particularly between you and Tally, because you're the guys that swap positions, lap after lap. The racecraft shown, I think, was some of the best I've ever seen. I'm a big advocate of race. Anybody who's known me for a few years knows I'm a huge advocate of racecraft, etiquette on the track. You guys showed it, astonishing drive. I've got no other further questions to ask you. Just apart from simply saying, well done, an astonishing drive. Thoroughly
Thank you.
deserved.
On that note, we'll move on to second place. Bingley, a really bizarre ending with places moving up and down there, to be fair. Bingley, first part of the race was good for you. Second part, not so great, obviously, after the pit stop. Talk us through your race.
Well, a struggle in qualifying at first. I think the car just wasn't there getting around the track. Obviously, started the race pretty good, keeping the leaders. And then I was going to game in for the pits and all that, and I just got held into the pits. It didn't seem that long, and then when I got back out on track, I just lost so much time. So I managed to slowly be able to catch him up, but then battling, and then just trying to keep with him. I know I didn't have the pace, and my second place, I can it's pretty good from what my pace was. So.
Which means, if I'm correct, I believe it's now 1, 2, 3, is it 5 podiums in a row? I think it is, isn't it? 5 podiums, it's Canada. You've been on the podium every single week. Obviously this one by penalty, can't back. But I'm going to actually expand on what I said to Beer before, or what Beer asked Robbo. Was it kind of more scary when you didn't actually hit anybody? Because then you guys were literally wheel to wheel, all 6 of you for the first stint, and obviously then 4 of you for the second part. Was there any kind of fleeting thoughts in your head that you thought you'd crash? Or was it just literally a case of brace and tunnel, get on with it?
Yeah, I got confidence in everyone. I mean, once you get around the track, was it 34 laps? It just you kind of get used to where the person in front's going to brake, so it kind of gets easier. So, yeah,
I must interject here. Of course, it's not known, but Bingley had lots of practice this afternoon doing multiplayer hoppers with me and Max Evers. He got plenty of practice being stuck behind my car, so he knows how to
being shown up
the car in
today.
front. Sorry, no, I'm just jesting.
But from my side, congratulations again then, being 5 in a row.
Thank you.
Weirdly, only 1 victory. So hopefully that will change for you. Moving on, but obviously this is quite handy. Literally still keeping tabs, solidifying 3rd position in the table. Obviously there is pretty much only one way for you now. So literally just see if you can kind of hit 3rd and wait for potential mistakes. But Robbo and Tally are like a pair of fucking cyborgs and don't make them. So good luck there, mate. But from my side, over again. Beer, any questions for our second place man today?
Well, first of all, solid drive again, Bingley. It's another excellent drive. Another big stash of points. Certainly doing championship hopes no harm. It's a big gap, but it can be caught. And the thing is, you're scoring those podiums week after week. You can't ask for more than that. The question I've got to ask is It's more in the second stint when you put the mediums on. How frustrated were you not been able to catch the top three, because she seemed to be between 1.5 and 2.2, apart from the last 2 or 3 laps. Was that a strategy involved? Were you saving the tyres? Were you saving fuel, or was it just a lack of pace tonight?
Yeah, that was it. Just
Not saying you were
pace.
not saying not saying
right.
you were slow. Don't get me wrong, but just that's what it was. Yeah,
just didn't have the pace really. But somehow, like I said, I managed to catch up with them in the end. But it's, I mean, yeah, good result.
Okay. Well, say not much to add really, but a solid drive again. And just like Robbo, may I just congratulate you on your racecraft. Sticking behind cars, running close battles, no contacts. Top racecraft. Well done, mate.
Thank you.
You show again. I said it on the stream. You guys are bloody good racers, and we can all learn from watching you guys. I'm not blowing smoke at your arse. It's just a pleasure to commentate on races that have lots of thrills and spills, but not many crashes. Well done.
Before we move on to Benny as well, I'm going to add a couple of names into that mix. Towley and To The Max. You've got to give shout outs for those two.
Yep.
And also Cookie. The top 6 tonight just drove ridiculous races.
Brilliantly.
They did.
Brilliant.
I mean, unbelievable. But that moves us on to who we thought would have been 6th, but is sitting here with us. Benny, worst season you've ever had in a game, has just turned, well, quite good. Congratulations on 3rd position. Penalty countback always counts for something. Talk about your race, please, Ben.
Well, I don't know really. I just tried to go for a clean drive because I know I pick up a lot of penalties in these races, and penalties usually screw me over like it did last week. But I just got into a really good rhythm without like getting penalties or warnings. Managed to pick up one, but I think that was just after I pitted. So cold mediums aren't exactly the greatest tyres to be on after pitting. I really enjoyed battling out with Cookie towards the end. It was just amazing wheel-to-wheel stuff, and I could have been more blessed with the penalty turnout, if I'm honest.
I know.
But yeah.
Obviously, the 5 second from Tom was a killer all round for him. Obviously, losing out 4 places technically. But no, from your side though, absolutely stunning drive. It's about time that you. Well, forgive me for saying it in this way. Showed your true potential, Ben. Obviously, when we were in the old league SF1, you were right at the top. Obviously, a really, really slow start to RRF1, but we've noticed, me and Beer noticed actually in the last couple of races, Beer actually pointed this out in qualifying. First of all, I'll give him the credit for this one. That you have had a solid race, a couple of races. You're starting to finally get in your groove, and to be fair, it's paid off with a podium. If I'm correct in thinking, I'm just literally double checking the race standings now. Obviously, I know that it's going to be Robbo just about leading Tally, of course, but Benny, this, if I'm correct, is, where are you, Benny, your first podium of the season. So congratulations, mate. It took 11 races. Hopefully I'll be speaking to you again for next week. Over to Beer before we shut down the stream.
Just to add really, a solid drive there. Obviously you didn't get the podium on track as such in terms of track position, but you showed the virtues of driving cleanly, which only Robbo managed to do as well. Everybody else had penalties, so quality drive. As Pos mentioned, I did pick up a Britain. I thought you had a good race in Britain, and you're starting to show some pace there. It's not. I bet it's a nice feeling for you to outscore your teammate tonight as well. You showed Haynes who the number 1 driver is at Williams. So well done. No real questions. A solid drive. I saw the overtake on Cookie. That was essential. Great move. Job done.
Thank you.
I've got nothing else to say really, 'cause I've got no questions to ask you because they've been asked already. But well done, mate. Good to see you on the podium. Welcome.
It's good to be back.
And hopefully we'll be seeing you again, not next week, but in 2 weeks, ladies and gentlemen. We are having a week break from RF1. The vigours of a season will get everybody to put their feet up, unless they fancy racing in their GP-specific classic races, which are going to be streamed, as usual, Thursday, Friday, Sunday, normal times. Cars to be decided on the Facebook page. Keep your eyes peeled and posted here. You will see myself back doing F3. That is going to be a week on Thursday. So, as I said, for normal racing, we're going to just literally tell people to put their fucking feet up for a little bit and relax. But thank you very much, Beer. Stunning commentary we both put in today. Just once again, working a treat, and nothing really much more I can say about that, but thank you very much. Thank you to all the viewers watching as well. We actually managed to amass up to 23 viewers at one stage, which is absolutely brilliant, keeping the numbers coming in. But we could be watched by 2 people. The racing is still fucking top class. Whoever didn't watch it, you missed out. This has been Positively Glad. I'm Beer and Kebab. Representing RRF1. Take it easy. Much love. All the best. Bye for now.